That's right, WSU Tech. We're going to need a bigger day because Fix Your Content Day is back and it's bigger and better than ever. From March 29th through March 31st, we're going to have 3 different competitions, 4 live streams, and other events, all starting with the kickoff on 9 a.m. on March 29th. So let's jump right into the water here and see what you need to know to have the most successful Fix Your Content Day. As I mentioned, there are 3 competitions over 3 days, and you can participate in all of them. But the events themselves will launch on March 29th, which is a Wednesday. And on that day, we will be having several live streams throughout the day. That's actually your first chance to win gift cards and bragging rights. If you show up to any of the live streams, each live stream will have 1 gift card given to someone who shows up and puts details or a comment in the chat. This day is all about showcasing accessibility at WSU Tech, what we're doing right, and even maybe where some of our challenges are. After that, spring training begins. That's right, the mandatory spring training begins with a team competition just like in the fall. And starting on the same day, we have our 3-day content fixing competition. Like in years past, of course, your subunit will compete as a group to see how many you can fix in those 3 days. But we also have a new individual category for the person who fixes the most content in 3 days. These also have trophies and prizes, which we'll cover in just a few slides. But let's talk about launch day, March 29th. This is exciting, y'all. There will be 4 live streams throughout the day showcasing accessibility at WSU Tech. One of them actually showcases our student through the ASC, that's Accessibility Summer Camp, live broadcast. Our own culinary student, Charles, is going to be streamed in a webinar that is open to global participants. So make sure that you stick around for that, as I think you'll want to hear what Charles has to say about his experiences. And there's 4 chances to win gift cards. That's right. Each of the 4 live streams throughout the day will have a gift card attached to it, and we'll draw from people who put comments in the chat during that live stream. More about that in just a second. There are 4 chances for live interaction with your colleagues in the chat. That means get your crews together and take over that chat. You can start some friendly rivalries between teams or just ask questions. So let's take a pause for a second and we'll look at where you can go to participate. And that is the Accessibility at WSU Tech YouTube channel. So when you scan the QR code on any of the flyers around campus or at the beginning of this video, it's going to take you to the Accessibility at WSU Tech YouTube channel. In fact, it'll drop you right onto our community page, a great place to see what's new and what's happening. This is where Accessibility posts new content. But if you're looking for videos like this one, you want to be on the video page, which you can switch to by selecting the Videos tab. And this is going to show you videos from this year and even previous years. In fact, if you are wondering about how the best way to fix your content is, I highly recommend some of these videos from last year. Now, on the day of the live streams on March 29th, you're going to want to come to the live stream page. And this will show you anything that is streaming live on this channel. And you'll be able to jump in and become part of that event. Okay, now that we've taken a look at that, let's talk about the competitions. First, just like in years past, the Fix Your Content competition in the group category. And that means that there will be, based on the number of fixes completed by all members of your unit. And you have 3 days to fix instead of just 1. So encourage participation when it works best for team members. But remember, you must make your fixes through the Ally Feedback Panel. Let's look at that now as a refresher.
Whenever we refer to the Ally Feedback Panel, we're talking about that panel that opens whenever you select one of your Ally meters. It shows not only the assignment or whatever file it is you're working on, it also shows on the right hand all of the issues that might be wrong with that and how to fix them. And then it has this drop file to upload or browse. This is where you want to put fixed files in order for your fixes to count. Make sure that you are making changes based on and through this feedback panel. Now let's take a look at what group you are in for this competition.
Now this is important. These groups are going to look a little bit different than the last time we did this because, well, we've expanded. This year we have 7 groups: Applied Technologies, Aviation, General Education, Health Sciences, Manufacturing, Nursing, which is big enough it's become its own group, and Professional Studies that includes culinary and hospitality programs. These are the 7 groups vying for the trophy of Accessibility Group Champion, as well as a get-together or party of some sort, courtesy of the A-Team for your group. However, we have a new competition this year, the Fix Your Content Solo Competition. That means that the winner is the person who makes the most fixes in all of WSU Tech. They still have 3 days to fix, and they win the prize of a $100 gift card and an Accessibility Champion trophy for the year for them to keep. This is the most important piece of the solo competition. Not only must you make the fixes through the Ally Feedback Panel, like in the other competition, but you have to track them on a special Google form. Now, this doesn't mean writing down what you fixed. It is very simple, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. We'll also make sure that this form is readily available in multiple places come the morning of the competition. So this is the Google form. It's very easy, and the reason for this is the information I can get from Ally doesn't show me who made the fixes, only what courses were fixed. So I'm relying on you, if you want to win that $100, to come into this form, which, like I said, we'll have links to all over the place. And you can just put in your name, the number of fixes that you've made, and the courses that fixes were made in, specifying please master template or live. So one thing to think about is if you're doing a few fixes in a bunch of different courses, you can submit those all at one time. Just make a list for yourself of, the title of each course and how many fixes you made, and then type it into here rather than doing a form for every single course. However, if you're making a bunch of fixes in all one course, then you can just submit one form. And if you have questions about any of this during the 3 days, make sure to send an email to accessibility@wsutech.edu. Now that we've seen how simple that form is, let's talk about the spring training competition. You will be assigned very shortly your random color groups. Just like in the fall, you will have a group of people and they will be from across the college, but your goal is to get everybody across that finish line with the spring training as soon as possible, because first place not only gets special recognition and luxury snacks at fall in-service, they also get bragging rights. Just ask Red Team. They're still bragging about their fall win. So something else to remember, that the spring training goes live at 8 a.m. on March 29th. It is all about Ally. This is something you all already know. It's going to be a walk in the park. So don't be daunted. You should be able to complete this in less than an hour. Look for 23 Spring Accessibility All About Ally, located under the Faculty Training heading of My Courses page in Blackboard. If you do not see that Faculty Training heading, please send in a ticket to accessibility@wsutech.edu, and I can help you with your Blackboard settings before we go live on 8 a.m. on March 29th. When you are looking for your course in Blackboard to begin that training competition, you're going to look for this faculty training sub-level under My Courses on the My Courses page of Blackboard. You can see we have the 22 fall accessibility training, physical space accessibility. We have the spring accessibility training. Right now, the 23 training is hidden, so you can't see it, but it will show up in this area at 8 a.m. on the morning of March 29th. That is an hour before the first live stream and the official kickoff. So make sure you get in there to check that you have access to this faculty training subset before March 29th. If you don't see it, send in a ticket to accessibility@wsutech.edu. I'll get it fixed for you. So, if you've got questions, like these fine gentlemen from the movie Jaws, don't stress. Don't worry about that shark. Send an email to accessibility@wsutech.edu. That's right, it's the new ticket queue, especially for accessibility. Or you can ask one of your A-team members. Now, you got this. So just like Brody and just like Hooper, get out there and fix that content like it's your last chance to blow up a shark.